Let's go to Erika. I heard that you have a new machine, right? New laptop.
Oh, it's a
Could
new
you?
machine. Fantastic.
Yes. So, Erika, could you please help me to be the secretary for today?
Okay, Kak.
Okay, sure. Mr. Jing, could you please help me to share the mirror?
Sure, I'd be happy to. So I'm going to fire up Miro today. Let's hope everybody actually saw their calendar announcements. A quick one. So I think let's see. Let me get a heads up from everybody. At around I think 11 o'clock today, there should have been a message in your calendar for uploading your tasks, uploading your conversion story. So let's see if everyone got that, and let's start on the Miro. Okay. Oh, let me just get quick feedback from everybody. If you saw the calendar task on your calendar for uploading your cases, please give me a thumbs up. If you didn't see it, then give me a thumbs down. Yeah, so I can kind of see what the room looks like. Okay. Good. 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 Okay. So somebody didn't see it. Yeah. Okay. Jessica, you didn't.
It's just.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Jessica probably hasn't been invited yet. Okay,
Yes, exactly.
add Jessica to it. So I'll add Jessica. Wendy has also not been invited to it. So she should all be invited. Okay. Thank you for the feedback, everyone. I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of administration. I'll add Jessica. I'll add Wendy. And who else did not get it? And Aya. Aya, you didn't get it either, right? Okay. All right. I'm going to check if your name is on there. Okay, yeah, your name is not on there either. Okay. All right, I've added you guys onto the task list. So you guys should be getting a notification on your calendar every day where we have a workshop a few hours before. Okay, so I've added Jessica, I've added Wendy, and I'm going to add Aya now. And I'll turn the floor back to Nadine. Nadine, take it away.
Okay, thank you, sir, for sorting out the administrative. And yes, thank you, everyone, for bringing up the case today. Let's see. From since we have been talking about the reservations much few days ago, yeah, let's start to have a look one of the case from Didi. And I think Yoga have a case here. And please, Yoga, let's go to one of your cases. I think the one with the orange stickies is your new case, right, Yoga? If
Yep.
I
Yep.
can confirm. Okay, please set us
No
up then.
worries. Okay. Thank you,
Everyone,
Kanadin.
please go to Yoga case, the one with the orange sticky. In
Okay. So,
the new
uh,
new entry, general entry frame, yeah, everyone. Yes, please, Yoga. Sorry.
okay. So I do approaching with her name is Badevi from Bali Manik Guest House, and I encounter some problem here. Maybe you could see in with one, uh,
Yes, Yoga.
fourth, I think.
Yep.
I don't know, five. The fifth picture.
Mm-hmm.
She already have established OTA because uh, recently have partnership with Zuzu, if I'm not mistaken,
Okay.
and most of the OTAs is also being handled by the manager of the property, except Airbnb because it's not performed very well. And I think when I introduced me as representative from Bukit Vista, she already know it because her sister, I think, already have a partnership with Bukit Vista, which is the Manton guest house. I think that's the context.
Mm.
And I want to know if I did something wrong or I didn't discover more. So I can this deals kind of go in the wrong way. I want to know more about that.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Yoga. So please, everyone, give your thoughts, read the case, and I will give you guys 5 minutes to actually give your thoughts around the case, yeah, with the stickers. Please start.
Oh, quick administration thing for Safira. Safira, could you Slack me, please? Because I don't have your email. And if you can Slack me at careers or recruitment, and then I'll get your email, okay? and then I can invite you into the calendar task notification. Is it just me, or is it really hard to read some of Yoga's text at the bottom? It looks very blurry.
I think it's only you, sir.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's
Yeah.
sad. Oh, okay. All right.
Mine too. Mine too. I kind of like close to.
Mine is clear.
All the way to the very end.
Yep.
Mm.
Okay. All right. Super zoom. Oh. Hmm, okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So just to make sure, Nadine, you see the one I'm moving right now, the one that I'm just kind of like moving backwards and forwards.
Yes,
That
I
one's
see
clear.
that.
That one's clear for you.
Clear. Clear.
Okay. All right. I don't know why then. I'm. I can't reload now because if I reload, I lose a recording. Okay. Okay.
Oops.
Oh, when you zoom it more and then it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just zoom.
Okay. Okay, let's start from everybody that's already done with their thoughts. Let's go to Gray. Gray, please share your thoughts here.
Yeah. So what I put, I'm actually still typing for the second one, but yeah, I would say that yoga can actually try to discover how does Zuzu, the one that the owner said, operate uh, their management of the guest house actually, rather than immediately turning it down and say hope we can work next time. And I think yoga can also discover more like the scope of what the manager does of the one in the OTA. But I think yoga is actually running around on discovery actually. So I think
Mm,
he's really stuck on the phase three,
I
and
see.
yeah, I think he needs to discover more to go to the next phase
I
actually, which is
see.
problem matching. Yep.
Okay, so is this the apa namanya the big deal breaker in this case, Gray, in your thoughts, or is there any other apa namanya apa ini yang paling matter yang membuat ini turn down, or ada
Mm,
yang lain sebetulnya? But this point is the one that really matter for you.
mm, I would say, well, technically, she knows Bukit Vista already, right? But
I see.
yeah, yeah. But for me, I think that's so. And also from the identify probably. But I think for the build of trust, I'm 50-50 of what the impression that she has of us, because she just said, "Oh yeah, I know Bukit Vista because my sister worked with you guys," but she never
Okay.
really disclosed it. Yep.
Okay, thank you, Gray. Speaking of identifications, let's go to Aya. Aya said a bit about identifications. To Aya?
Yeah, because there's a confusion between the owner and also Yoga. She thought that Yoga is from free agent, so that's why she already have expectation toward him. Because Yoga didn't introduce properly that he come from Bukit Vista, and I think that she kind of be like traumatized working with other property management company because there is no good improvement. So that's why she like turned down the discussion. Maybe we can, like Grace said, we can discover more how does this operate and make a like what is it perbandingan between how Bukit Vista work and Zuzu. This to build more trust and engagement.
I see. Okay, so this is what you think that really break the deal, yeah, Mbak Aya. Okay, let's see another thoughts. Let's go to Vera. Vera, your thoughts.
I have the same thought process with Aya. Like if we see the chat, it's like Yoga. I think he's like making the same mistakes as the previous case that we've discussed. Right, he did not introduce himself first, like he's from Bukit Vista and stuff. So it's like more like he's wasting his time and setting the wrong expectations to the potential partner. So I think like he could do more in start introducing himself first and then build the trust from that point on, because as Aya said, I think there's a traumatized experience from the partner. So yeah, that is from my side.
Yes, okay, thank you, Vera. So to Mbak Aya and Vera, I think I would agree with that. So if you can see the case, Yoga clarified that he is coming from Bukit Vista is on the second day, yeah, not at the very beginning of the conversation. So that's misidentifications, Yoga. Please make sure this not happen again. I understand that probably you don't reveal it at the very first time, but let's see on the your second screenshot. when you clarify, this is sebetulnya untuk tamu-tamu saya, itu bisa langsung diperkenalkan. I'm from Bukit Vista and lalalala gitu. Jadi don't need to wait until the second day yoga, karena yes, how do you build the trust when you don't actually saying the truth, right? So you need to identify yourself as soon as possible gitu. Okay, let's see more thoughts. Okay, from Irma, I think Yoga can give the review or fact data on Airbnb to build her trust with her. Okay, what kind of data, Irma?
Like a review from a guest or something that we can instant book or something like this, because we can see that in this week the instant book is increased, right? I think we can use the data, the Airbnb data.
I see. Okay, that could be one way, but I think that needs discovery to be settled dulu, Irma. Is the occupancy really the problem gitu for this owner? If it's not the problem, then doesn't really matter for them, because they feel like they can do occupy the property without Bukit Vista, right? And then she has experience that being with property management, it's not really giving any input to them gitu. Okay, there is one thought from Dimas. It seems like the truth and engagement isn't fully built here, and there might be lack of. Okay, that's also the same. And okay, my thought is, why didn't you utilize the common ground? Common ground here is you both know the Metten guest house, right? And let me confirm to Yoga. Yoga, did you actually observe how is the Metten performance with us? Did you actually try to discover?
Yeah, I tried to discover some of them. Basically, just the property itself, not really into the performance.
Okay, what the things actually that you need to discover to help you in this case?
I think I need to discover about the method and guest house itself, because it could be a good example for her or a good reason for her to start partnership with us. That's what I think.
Yeah, yes, you got it. So you need to observe if they say that aku tahu kok one property that's my relatives partnership with Bukit Vista. You need to actually discover, okay, apa propertinya, performance-nya gimana. If kalau performance-nya bagus, itu bisa jadi senjata gitu kan. Nggak ada alasan jadinya buat mereka to refuse us. Let's double check with Gray. Gray, how is the Metten performance right now? The occupancy.
I'm actually checking right now, and it's actually full. So half actually from us and half from the owner actually. So it's quite good, I would say.
Nah, we have a very good performance on the Metten Yoga, so we missed the chance here. If you could get back to apa namanya this leads again, bisa pakai strategi itu. And then let's see Erika's thought. Erika say that need to discover her impression on BV. Exactly, that's right. And she actually know how BV work on her sibling property. There must be something that doubt her to use BV service. Nah, let's go to Erika. Please elaborate more about your thoughts.
Actually, as also she said before, that she tried to do a partnership with Zuzu. So at first she actually interested to do a partnership with the property management, but her impression or Zuzu, it broke her trust. And also she actually know Bukit Vista. If she know that Bukit Vista perform better than Zuzu, she will actually, okay, I think I'm going to move to Bukit Vista, but there must be something that doubt her, so she don't move and prefer to do it by herself.
Yes, got it. Exactly. That's a very strong point, Erika, to discover when she knows that her siblings in Bukit Vista, and then she kind of like don't want to be partnership with Bukit Vista. There must be something, right? And we need to discover. And yes, let's go to Mr. Jing.
I'm actually curious. Are we doing good with Dementon or not?
Yes, sir.
We are
We're
doing
doing good. We're doing
Oh,
good.
okay. All right. Erica, this is something we need to discover sometimes because this I've discovered through a long career of working in negotiations. Even though two people are related and you might think they have a close relationship, there sometimes are boundaries and they don't cross over these
Mm.
boundaries. Okay. So let's say you get together at a family gathering. Is it, interesting to talk about your business investments or your business things to your sister who you generally might have a more casual relationship with, right? Maybe you talk about things like your kids, you talk about things like, I don't know, whatever, like, the weather or what festivals you're going to go to, but business might not be within the realm of those kinds of conversations. So just because two people are close, it doesn't mean that they share the same pool of information. So don't go under the assumption, because I just wanted to check real quick, right? It could be that the information was just never communicated, and that happens all the time. It happens all the time, right? Even though, let's say, a husband and wife are together, right? I remember one time my wife and um, I thought one of our partners was getting paid and they weren't paid, and the partner thought I would know
Mm.
because my wife was paying them. So there was this whole confusion over, they assumed that I knew something that somebody who is close to me would know, and we would just get together and talk about their problems all the time, right?
Yep.
And that's not necessarily always the case, right? So in this particular case, Dimas, I think, sorry, not Dimas. Is this yoga could have actually connected, like Nadine said, connected that ally together and brought up that discussion. Like, oh, has your sister ever said anything, positive
Mm.
about Bukit Vista? Has she said anything negative about Bukit Vista? You might have been surprised. You might have said, we just don't really talk about that. Actually, that's not the kind of conversations I have with my sister. So then you can build up your. Actually, then it becomes very easy. Then you can get the sister to be your witness and have her convince this person, and you don't even have to work that hard because we can just leverage the reputation that we have with the existing partner. Okay, so that would have been a very strong move, and you could just use the power of advocacy to actually get your thing done. Advocacy is even a higher art than persuasion negotiation. It's getting other people to persuade and negotiate for you. Okay, so that could have been, I think, a very smart bridge to get the thing to work. Erica did have an interesting instinct, but I think the fact might prove that it just was, they never talked about this particular issue yet, right? And it didn't cross over. Okay, back over to Nadine.
Okay, thank you, sir, for your input. Yes, I would agree with that. And yes, let's go to yoga. Please make the conclusion from your case.
Okay, so the conclusion is I need to make same common ground from the topic that I brought up, mainly about the management and the Bukit Vista itself, who manage her sister property to match it with her current situation. That's what I take.
Any other point?
Um, and need more discovery about the how Zuzu was managed her property earlier.
Okay, any other point?
Um, I think I think those are
No,
it.
no, yoga. Come on, second time already.
Yoga.
Yeah.
There is one mistake yet that you did repeatedly.
Oh yeah, the
What?
identification. Sorry.
Yes.
Okay. So for the next case, we don't want to see you fail in the same mistake again, yeah, yoga. So please um, really learn from your mistakes. So identifications and then discovery, building trust, discovery. And then if you find an opportunity to have the common ground, please utilize that. And this is also for everyone. And yes, when the engagement is already built, it's sometimes surprisingly, you can have a common ground with your guest or your customer or your client. So please utilize that. That can be apa ya? That can boost you to actually help to convert the deal.
Excellent.
Okay.
Nadine, can I say
Yes, sir.
something real quick? Okay,
Yes,
listen up,
sure.
everybody.
Please.
Um, this is where we need you as a learner. Okay, so please don't come to this meeting thinking that this is an obligation, right? This is more of a chance of us who are experts in persuasion negotiation. Nadine's been doing it for a number of years. I've been doing it almost my whole life. Okay, to share our knowledge and our experience with you. So please don't take it lightly. It inspires delight when we see that you are actively learning using these techniques that we were teaching you. It does not inspire delight when you come back and show us the same mistake that we told you last week. So take it upon yourself to really learn these particular crafts well. Remember, you have all been selected to be part of this group, right? So many other people will try to get in, they didn't get in, you've been selected. So take that as a sign of pride, take that as a sign of, okay, this is serious business. And this is not what we mean by failing fast. Okay, this is failing again on the same thing. So, Yoga, the fact that you forgot about it after we've told you twice, that doesn't really inspire delight. Okay, really remember, I'm pausing this to really let it sink in. Okay, but I'm also giving everyone else an opportunity to take that into account. Okay, ideally, the smart people in this room will learn from other people's mistakes. The slightly less smart people will learn from their own mistakes. The really silly people will not learn from any mistakes. Don't be a silly person here. Okay, we expect people to be smart. So be smart, please. Okay, back over to Nadine.
Okay, thank you, sir. And yes, please note, yeah, everyone. Let's go to the next case. To the next to yoga case, it's Windy case. I believe this is coming from Facebook. Yeah, Windy. Is it possible for you to actually elaborate about your case?
Yeah, sure. So this is the case where, just like you all know, that in Facebook, the quick message will be like, "Hi, is this available?" And then I will, as the response, I would ask the guest that when they prefer to stay, so I can check the availability. And then
Okay.
this guest just told me the dates, like, okay, I'm willing to stay at these dates. After and then she would like to visit the place. After I send the address, she later mentioned that it's too far for her and her dog, which she didn't mention before. And as we all know that we only have three pet-friendly property in Canggu, which is Pondok Juli, that it's already full booked. Also the Sampan and Pondok Cesia. So at this moment, her problem is that the Pondok Cesia and also the Sampan is too far from the beach by walking, because she needs to walk her dog to the beach. And I use the I mean like I be transparent to her that we only have limited option of pet friendly property in Canggu, and she still wants to try to find a pet friendly property that is near to the beach. But at least also she asked me to send the option, and she thinks she will consider it. So today I came back to her to ask if she find anything or not. I mean, like, what is the best approach actually to this kind of case?
Okay. Sure. Okay, please everyone start to put your thoughts with the stickies in 5 minutes, yeah? Within 5 minutes, I mean. Okay. Okay, I think most of the people already done with their thoughts. Let's go to Jess. Jess, is this your first time joining conversion team? I would like to hear your thoughts, please.
Okay, Kanadin. So for me, I think um, the part that could be improved is the one on the first page, the last response there. So it's better to not disclose to the guest that looking for pet-friendly properties are a challenge. Instead, it would be better to show more empathy and discover more about the pets itself so that the guests
I
feel
see.
appreciated.
I
That's what
see.
I
Okay,
think.
what kind of discovery, Jess, if you could give us the example?
Well, I see that from my experience of inspecting inquiries in Airbnb that sometimes you guys ask like if they're potty trained and other
Ah,
things related like if they have a cage and stuff like that. Uh, yeah, just to show that you care more about the pet itself.
great.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I would agree with that, Jessica. And okay, let's see another thoughts. Let's go to Vera. Hello, Vera. Oh, Vera is not here.
I'm back. I'm back. I got
Oh,
disconnected
okay.
there. Okay. Yeah, I actually do agree with Jessica, right? Because I think I ever heard it from I don't remember who, but all I know is that salesperson shouldn't shows their flaws. That oh, we don't have pets, but instead they should be able to offer another thing that might be
Mm,
the
okay,
guest
I
already
think
put.
Sheila.
Am I lost
Okay.
again? Hello?
No, no. Okay, go ahead. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Yeah. So it's just a ways that the guests already put their trust on us, right? They keep on engaging, but then like it's sad that Winnie didn't put much effort to discover more of what she wanted, or at least try to pattern match with what the guest might need most, gitu. So I think can use accusation audit to like misalnya if we cannot found what you want, is there anything else you might need gitu kan, or use calibrated questions to actually discover again what the guest actually really wants gitu, because I feel like we could actually convert this, it's just that we need more discovery gitu.
I see. Okay. You mentioned about acquisition audit. Could you please give us the example? How is the acquisition audit would you make for this?
Okay. Okay. I should try this. Like it might seems like I'm not good enough in finding what you might need, and you might be disappointed in the thing that I could offer. But I really do want to help you in ways. So, is there anything else uh, that you might need? How to ask that? Is there anything else that if we cannot find the pet friendly properties, is there anything else that would make you interested in other properties? Something like that. Make sense?
Ah, I see. Okay. Makes sense. Makes sense. But there is another thing that I have another thoughts for that, Vera, but I'll save it for later, yeah. But that's good. That's good, Vera. Thank you for giving us the example. Let's go to okay, Aya. Your thought is interesting here. Go to Maya.
Okay. Yeah, actually, I know it's a little bit hard to find pet-friendly property since it's not a mini, but I think it's not a good move if we just say it's actually challenging because it's kind of like turn down the discussion. Also, I think we can use an orientation by saying, would you be opposed if we overuse this property? This has like selling more the benefit, I mean the amenities of the property instead of nearby the beach. Uh, that yes, it may be more far from the beach, but you can have blah 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 in this property.
Okay. That could be the one. But yeah, I would agree with the the move here when we say that it's actually challenging for me. I don't see that, Mbak Aya. Di mana sih tulisannya itu Windy nulis gitu? Yeah, I think that.
In the
Oh yeah, on the second one,
several
yeah,
area.
yes. Okay, yes. Yeah, it could be. I would agree with that. It's kind of like, turning down the mood as well on the conversations, and not really clear whether you really want to help her or not, right? And then, um, especially when it's not in the framing of the, uh, you know accusation audit. When if you want to frame it in accusation audit, it's probably better like, hey, you might think that, apa yang tadi seperti, Vera, you might think that I'm not really good enough on helping you, but it's actually challenging to what is that, to find the pet friendly property right now, but I will try my best. Would you be opposed to give me at least a day to find this one? And you still need to, apa ya, Windy, kalau mau frame ini, mau pakai tulisan challenging gitu, you need to still show that you willing to help if you really want to help. So that goes to my thoughts actually, Windy. So if more advanced, you could have deeper discovery. So how far she can tolerate for the distance between the property to the beach, and then how would she rank her needs between beach and pet friendly property? And this might be a pattern match problem. Okay, we don't have much apa namanya property that is pet friendly, right? But this goes back to how motivated you are to convert the deal. She willing to give us commission to help her. My question is, what are the things that you do so far to help her until now? And then this goes back as well to Gray's thoughts. Gray said that you can use label. Seems like you having really a hard time finding the right accommodation that fits all your preferences. That, giving empathy to the guests and build more trust, right? That we want to help. But this not gonna be pop up in your mind, this kind of label, karena tergantung Windy motivated gak untuk help gitu. If you are motivated, maybe you can pop up with this kind of label and then try.
Excellent
Yes, Mr.
point.
James.
And this is a really good transition point, everyone, to something that we've discovered recently. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn our conversation in a little bit of a different direction about motivation. Okay. So, let's go back to a few cases that we've seen. I've noticed in this particular comment, there are tons of advice that Wendy is getting from her entire team about using no-ended questions, about just the basics that we've covered here for all the past month. Okay, but it seems like there's not a lot of understanding or motivation to use these particular skills in your day-to-day activities, and this is why we continuously see what I would generally call low quality mistakes. Why are these low quality mistakes? Because these are not mistakes of where you used what we have actually taught you and then failed. These are mistakes where you didn't use anything. And that's why you're getting so much of this feedback at this point. Now, that then goes a little bit further. If you're getting so much feedback and you don't change your behavior, what is the underlying reason? And I have to assume that what Nadine just said must be the underlying cause. It must be you just don't care. You're not really motivated to do it correctly. And that is something we cannot teach you how to do. Okay. That is something you need to bring it or not bring. So please don't keep on showing these kinds of mistakes. These are very low quality mistakes. And let's go over and see some more low quality mistakes that I hope not to see anymore. Okay. Thank you for harvesting this information. We had Jessica from BI give us an analysis. So if you'll join me on this side of the screen, just slightly over here, first let me actually say the good news, and then I'll share some bad news. This is our sales leaderboard. This leaderboard is somewhat incomplete because it just looks like our sales leadership from Airbnb. Okay, clearly, Gray, you are the winner in this group, and you've demonstrated that by converting above everybody else in this team. That's because Gray cares. Gray is motivated, and I see her performance excel. So great. Congratulations. You are the number one leader on the leaderboard for sales, followed by Demas. Demas is catching up. Okay, so Demas is number two now. He's also covering some ground there. And also behind that is Irma, and Mutia is the furthest behind. In fact, Mutia isn't even here right now, actually, but I understand she probably works a little bit on the hosting part. But she does actually have some opportunities to do reservations as well. And I hope Mutia in the future can join us here. And I have a very good reason for that, a very, very good reason for that, and illustrate. Okay. So, as you probably know, we lost over 200 million of revenue potential last February. But guess what? We're doing almost even worse right now in March. And let's go ahead and take a look and see where we have lost revenue. So this list below that you see the sales board from is a list of all the types of inquiries that have not been converted this particular month starting from March. Okay, so let's go and take a look at the worst case. The worst case is this inquiry over here. Please join me at the bottom on March 5th at Rakarai. Do you see that? There's a 98 million rupiah inquiry. This is gigantic. 98 million. It was unconverted. Why? Because the guest urgently wanted to book. And then we could have suggested a time for the next day to cover that, but we didn't. So 98 million lost. Okay. All right.
Sir, if you could share the screen instead of put it in the mirror, because it cannot load
Oh, it's not loading.
to
Okay.
some of the people.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. Let's go ahead and I will share the screen and explore this with everybody over here. So please take a moment and I'll show you what I see. Okay, here's what you guys should be able to see here. Hey, where did it go? Yeah, disappeared. Okay, let me reload over here. Okay, reloading, but wait, actually I have, I think I even have the sheet over here. Okay, even better. Can everyone see my screen now? Okay, this is a spreadsheet, so this should be even more clear than before. All right, let's go ahead and zoom in and see what's going on here. So upon the zoom, wait, actually, give me a second here. I think it might be easier if I zoom out. Okay, give me a second. Let me zoom out to 150%. Okay, this is the case, I mean, right here. Okay, this is at Rakarai. This was on March 5th, Rakarai, 98 million inquiry, right? So pretty significant. And the guests wanted to book. They wanted to visit the property, and we could have suggested a time for the next day to visit. Mutia was covering this and did not convert it. Okay, so that's 98 million last minute booking lost. All right. Here's another one, 49 million. The guests wanted to see other property options within their budget. We sent them the wrong link, and the guest did not respond back. This, unfortunately, was Gray's mistake. Okay, and as you can see, there's quite a significant number of these, everyone. All right. If you take a look at this, some are fairly basic issues. The guests might want to looking for a property to visit, but we were not quick into responding. The conversation was going well, but we gave them the unsuitable property. Unclear information here. Guest wanted to book last minute. Our response time was 4 hours, and the guest did not respond back. Forgetting to follow up with the guest, can't accommodate. Okay, I guess this is the prep friendly case. Back and forth about a visit. Information could have been compiled and sent once and was not actually done. Okay, so altogether, it's not that we are not getting any business. It's that we're getting business, but we just seem to throw it away at this point. Okay, great. Please give me clarity on what's going on right now.
Thank you very much, sir. I'm sorry if I forgot to follow up. Yes, as such a human error. But I actually just want to forward some of like my analysis regarding on Airbnb. First of all, like the Rakarai one. Rakarai is actually not available for a 9-bedroom. That's why we can't also even convert it if we really want to. And searching 9-bedroom for a last minute one is not really possible.
Okay.
Because, yeah,
So we
Uh,
don't have any other alternative properties in the area for a 9-bedroom.
nope.
Okay.
Canggu is mostly full right now.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So this is
And
page 4. We couldn't match something with what the guest was looking for.
yep, correct.
Okay.
And then I don't know if Jess actually say it on her analysis, but sometimes what the value in Airbnb show is not actually their actual budget. So they just put what dates they want.
And then they want to negotiate.
Yeah, and turns out, oh yeah, my budget is actually not this high. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Something like that.
Okay.
That's our actual price, right? That comes to this number. That's our actual price, but they usually negotiate.
Okay. All right.
Correct.
Here's the thing. I understand there can be extenuating circumstances, right, for everything. But once again, this is why we have the spirit of hospitality innovation. If there isn't a 9-bedroom property, what Wyanna and I used to do, right, quite simply, is we would just go on booking.com or Google Maps and see if there was a 9-bedroom property first. And we would just give them a call and say, hey, look, we got an inquiry for a 9-bedroom property. Are you available? Okay. And if they would say yes, then we could send our guest over to their property. And guess what? We would make a sale and we would get a new property partner. I know this is a fairly advanced technique, and perhaps this is the techniques that we can start teaching here. Maybe instead of how to actually secure a smaller value deal, okay? How to actually get these big deals through the door too as well. But overall, this is something I need to get more information about, okay? Some of these are, Gray, thank you actually very much. Once again, this is not personal, okay? I want everyone to remember that. This is not personal. I don't hate anybody. I'm not like, it's your fault, it's your fault, it's your fault. This is teamwork, okay? So it's not just this team here. Okay, let me put it this way for everyone. You guys do the work that helps pay everybody in the entire company's salaries, okay? Does that make sense? The work that's being done here pays for everybody's salaries. Me and Wyanna have not gotten a salary for the past 18 months. We've taken no salary, okay? But the very least we expect is that we make enough to pay for everybody here. Whenever we don't make our targets, people don't get bonuses, people don't get paid, okay? Or they'll get paid for as long as we can afford to keep on losing money, but that won't go on forever as well. So the real impact of what you're doing here in this chapter is 2 things. You're right. You are keeping the partners alive by being able to sustain their businesses and let them pay for their employees as well. And you're also taking care of everybody in this company. You are truly helping others in this company, in the community, and you're doing a good thing by helping the guests find what they actually need to as well. Okay. That is the purpose of what we do here. And so whenever we lose deals or deals don't come our way, that is tragic for people working here. And that's tragic for people also as partners. So we need to fix this, okay? Some of these problems I acknowledge can be genuine problems that have something to do with probably just we don't have the skill or we don't have the training or we're just not that advanced yet to know what to do in these particular circumstances. But sometimes what I see is beginner mistakes after a month of training repeated over and over, or sometimes even worse. It's just that nobody's paying attention and the inquiry just sits there with no attempt to actually inspire delight for the guest. That is really, really not tolerable. Okay, you're letting your team down here, you're letting the chapter down, you're letting your partners down, you're letting the guests down, you're letting everyone down. Okay. If this continues to happen, we will need to take disciplinary action to stop it because this cannot keep on going like this. Okay. There is part of this is probably legitimate mistakes. There's part of this is just unexcusable to see from this point on. Okay. We're gonna ask you to do this. Okay. If you see your name on this list, and I'll share this out with you later, I want you guys to go and figure out a way before next Tuesday. Before next Tuesday, what could you have done a little bit better? If it's a basic mistake like you just weren't paying attention or the inquiry slipped your whatever, then show the motivation to actually properly answer the inquiry, okay? If it was something more complex, let's discuss. Let's have high quality problems show up in this chapter, not low quality problems. If you agree with what I've said, please give me a thumbs up. If you would like me to clarify more or you think this was unfair, please give me a thumbs down. Okay? Okay, good. Listen, I had a bit of an inspiration today. I just want to tell you guys this, okay? I went to my daughter's future high school and I saw a coach his baseball team, okay? And somebody made a mistake on the team, but they punished everybody on the team. I was like, why do they do that? And I realized something. A team never makes a victory because one player is great or all the players are great, but one person keeps on failing, right? Because the team fails and they don't win anything. A team only works when everybody on the team is committed to see the team win. Simple as that. So please think about that. Be part of the reason why this team wins. Don't be a part of the reason why this team loses, okay? We have no more reasons to lose. Okay, let's go back to Nadine.
Okay, thank you, sir, and also thank you, Jess, for showing us the inquiry analysis for this week. Yeah, I think Jessica. And yes, everyone, there's a lot of things that we could improve. So it's okay. This session is our safe place. Basically, we can try to fix it internally, discuss it internally, right? And everyone giving feedback to each other. So please learn. And even we have the most frequent chapter meetings compared to the other chapter. If you realize, okay, we have this twice a week. It's we have this truly because we want to help this chapter to grow, to help this chapter, achieving the goal. So please, let's work together and learn from the mistakes, and do not repeat the same mistakes again. Please learn. And yes, if you and identify yourself. If you don't feel like motivated doing this, then you could talk to me and Jing, and we can figure out the way, right, to solve that if that's a motivations issue. Okay, maybe you have another word, sir.
One last thing. This is crucial for everyone to understand. We are currently the biggest friction. This chapter is currently one of the biggest frictions to seeing growth in our company. That's why I'm here. Okay, I'm CEO, but I'm here because this is where, I'll put it simply this way: the company can grow to become an enormous company. We can actually be one of the leading hospitality brands in all of Indonesia, but that won't happen by getting more partners that we can't serve, that we can't help. That won't happen because we can keep on adding more employees that we can't pay for. That won't happen if we cannot promote people, give people a career here, and pay them more and more with each year that they're staying here. All right? That's not going to happen. So we have to do our best in this particular work to get it fixed. And we will get there. All right? We will get there. We've gotten there before, 3 times before. And I know we can get there again. But just pull together with me, with Nadine, with each other, so that we can actually rise above this moment. We've made some progress, okay? We're not rookies anymore. We made some progress, but there are some things that we still have a long way to go. If I'm ever being unfair or I'm not seeing the big picture, please do what Gray just did. Step on my toes and tell me what exactly is it that I don't understand or I could have clarified, okay? We're very rational here. We're very reasonable. I don't want you to be afraid of me. I want you to be afraid of finding that you yourself have not grown after a month, 2 months, 3 months of being here. That you should be afraid of, okay? Don't be afraid of me. Don't be afraid of Dean. Be afraid of disappointing yourself because everyone here is supposed to positively transform, okay? All right, that's it.
Okay, Thank you so much, sir, and everyone. I think we're running out of time. Thank you for coming today, and please improve your mistakes, the one that we already discussed today. And yes, you may please go and continue your activity today. Bye. Have a nice day.
Have a nice day, everyone.
Whew. All right, Vera, how you doing?
Sure. We meet